Good evening, class.
Good evening.
You ready, class?
Yeah.
Okay, I appreciate your youthful enthusiasm. Let's begin. Okay, so every time we begin with something called the OT learning rep, because this turns on your brains like a light switch. Okay, so let's begin. 3, 2, 1. It's good to learn because it helps you earn to get good scores. So open new doors. Others will hit a wall and you have a ball. Join our class, let's have a gloss. And then rhymes are parts of speech. So I'll say one line and then you repeat the line after me. Okay? Every name is called a noun.
Every name is called a noun.
As field in fountain, street in town.
As field in fountain, street in town.
In place of noun, the pronoun stands.
In place of noun, the pronoun stands.
As he and she can clap their hands.
As he and she can clap their hands.
The adjective describes a thing.
The adjective describes a thing.
As magic wand or bridle ring.
As magic wand or bridle ring.
The verb means action, something done.
The verb means action, something done.
To read and write, to jump and run.
To read and write, to jump and run.
How things are done, the adverbs tell.
How things are done, the adverbs tell.
As quickly, slowly, badly, well.
As quickly, slowly, badly, well.
The preposition shows relation.
Preposition shows relation.
As in the street or at the station.
As in the street or at the station.
Conjunctions join in many ways.
Conjunctions join in many ways.
Sentences, words, or phrase and phrase.
Sentences, words, or phrase and phrase.
The interjection cries out, hark.
Interjection cries out, hark.
I need an exclamation mark.
I need an exclamation mark.
And no children's rhyme for remembering the parts of speech.
And all children's rhyme for remembering the parts of speech.
Okay, class, what is my name again in case I forget?
Mr. Oscar.
Yeah. Okay, good. Now, so today we're going to look at an excerpt from Michelle Obama's book, Becoming. Okay, so let me read this to you first, and then I'll start explaining this. Okay, I spent much of my childhood listening to the sound of striving. It came in the form of bad music, or at least amateur music, coming up through the floorboards of my bedroom. The plink, plink, plink of students sitting downstairs at my great Aunt Robbie's piano, slowly and perfectly learning their scales. My family lived in the South Shore neighborhood of Chicago, in a tiny brick bungalow that belonged to Robbie and her husband, Terry. My parents rented an apartment on the second floor, while Robbie and Terry lived on the first. Robbie was my mother's aunt and had been generous to her over many years, but to me she was a kind of terror. Prim and serious, she directed the choir at a local church and was also a community's resident piano teacher. She wore sensible heels and kept a pair of reading glasses on a chain around her neck. She had a sly smile, but didn't appreciate sarcasm the way my mother did. I'd sometimes hear her chewing out her students for not having practiced enough, or chewing out their parents for delivering them late to lessons. Okay, good. Now, so when you look at a paragraph like this, what is the first thing that goes through your mind?
Very interesting.
Interesting, right? Okay, good. Now it introduces several characters, right? So what characters does it introduce? There's I, right? Who's Michelle Obama? Who else? Michelle's mother, okay? My family, okay? But mainly Robbie and her husband Terry, okay? Here, now if you look at the first line, I spent much of my childhood listening to the sound of striving. What does this mean? What does striving mean?